Hey guys, this is Poet Spice, and I am here to do a video for Deb Houck's embellishments on the 11th. So we are supposed to create embellishments and post them on the 11th of each month. So here we go. So don't forget to check out the other people who are in the collab. Look at the description box below and use the hashtag so forth and play along if you would like. So let's get started. I'm going to show you a couple things I used. I dug in my stash, so this could also be a stash dive video. So I used this mason jar punch. I also used an owl punch, but I don't know what it did with it. I think I put it up, so I can't find it. I used this Stampin' Up punch. I don't know, can you see it? There we go. Little label punch. I used my mini envelope maker. I love this little thing. This is so cute, and I love the other one, the regular size one. Adorable. It's like sometimes We Are Member Keepers are hit or miss, but when they hit, it is like, yay! I used this Tim Holtz punch that I had from, I don't know when these came out, but I love the little bow. It's so cute. So I used that one. And then I used my diamond press die set, which creates a shaker for a spider web. So let's go ahead and get started. And as I said, I pulled stuff out of my stash. So let's go ahead and start with like fall. And I made these three little mason jar like banner type things. So you can see where I cut the jar, and then I cut the glue off, cut just the top part so it would be the lid, and then I used that punch on top of just two pieces of scraps, and I used the envelope punch board to put the little edges on the scraps, and then did that. And so when I go to use them, or if I mail them off to somebody can put a sentiment or whatever else they want to add. So I used this, I made that one, and then this one, because I kind of wanted it to look like they had fruit in the jars. And then that one. So I made those three. Then I made the owl. So here he or she is. And I just used that Christmas bow again. I cut about 3 layers of the owl, glued those together, and I also put white behind its eyes so it would show. And then this was the leftover little circle piece I had from doing some die cutting before. And then I did the same thing here. Just took those 2 little pieces of scraps and cut the little tails using the envelope punch board. And then I just kind of glued it together. I was like, oh, how cute is that? And so you could just put that on your project somewhere. Alrighty then, we'll go back to the mason jars. So I made them like chipboard. I cut 3 layers and then the paper, and then I cut the lid again from black this time, and I used my Spectrum Noir metallic marker just to go on there. And this is some what is that, graphic 45 paper, and then these are the spiders from that diamond press set. So I just used those, and then you can put whatever you want on there. All right, I wanted to try this, so I made 1 spider web shaker. So there's some beads. I probably should have used a little bit smaller bead, but I couldn't find any that were like right here beside me, so I just went ahead and used these red ones. So there's some white little sequin things in there, some gold ones, some red beads, and then you may or may not be able to see the little spiders in there. So those are the fall ones. Then I did some Christmas holiday. So I used that envelope punch board again in the Tim Holtz. And then I had some this vellum. I had some vellum paper from, I want to say Crafter's Companion, but I'm not 100% sure. So I made some little 1-inch envelopes. How cute is that? And I just put the little bow there, and then I took some of that vellum and I cut it into like a 1-inch square and just like stuffed it in there. So you could just put these on top. You could layer them up. You could put like a little Merry Christmas here or whatever you wanted to do. So I did that. Then I made 2 bigger envelopes and 2 smaller ones. So I made 2 smaller ones again, but this time I put the bow That's the only thing about glue in gold, or a mirror card, period. Glue gets on there. So I made this one and put the bow on top. And then I made this, and I was like, well, I'm going to do the same thing with just bigger. So I stuck some pieces of that vellum in there, glued this on, did the same thing here. And then you could do the same thing. So you could put Merry Christmas, whatever. You could go and put another one of these on if you wanted to. You could do any kind of thing. It's still a little open, so you could get some more stuff in there if you wanted. So fun. So those are my embellishments this month. So definitely check out the other ladies in the collab. And if you want to play along, definitely do that. All right, I shall see you on Friday with my Diamond Press Diamond Dar Rings collab. See you guys later. Be safe.